Hey guys, welcome back to The Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for your support. Today I'm going to be covering a very interesting soundtrack album from 1987, The Music from Siesta by Miles Davis and Marcus Miller. A very interesting album I can't wait to tell you more about. The first entry into this series, Vinyl Obscurities, was for an art rock album from Phil Manzanera and 801 called Listen Now. You should definitely check that out. I'll leave a link above and below for that one. But in this series, I'm trying to highlight things that are off the radar, not necessarily obscure, but off the radar releases by major artists. And this one definitely falls into that category. The album is from a 1987 film directed by Mary Lambert. It's an odd movie. If you've ever seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But the music is strong. It can stand on its own as its own thing. And I've been listening to it for the last week. I'm doing a resleeving project, and I pulled this out remembering that I liked it very much. And I hadn't heard it in quite a while, and certainly not on my new system. And it hasn't left the turntable all week. I'm just really enjoying it, and I think you would too. I'm going to describe the music to you in a second. Before I get started though, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Hit subscribe notification. If you like what I do, give me a thumbs up, and let's get on to the music. So the album starts out with a bang. An electronic blur of dark energy and sound on the synthesizer that kind of sets up this ominous opening of the gates of hell kind of mood. And it's a short track, but it ends with this kind of a cloudy, windy sound, and then out of that mist comes Miles Davis in his first appearance on the record, playing a very mournful kind of solo. Very interesting way to start the album. It moves into the centerpiece of the album. There's like two major centerpieces of this album. The first is called Siesta. And Siesta is a beautiful, beautiful arrangement. It starts out with some staccato strums on the guitar and sets up this marching kind of sound with the drums, interspersed with a beautiful line from Miles Davis on the muted trumpet. There's very strange percussion sounds throughout, breath sounds, like an exhale as part of the music. You have to really listen to catch that, but it's there. Otherworldly, Spanish-sounding theme. All the music is evocative of Spain, so you'll notice things like Spanish guitar, castanets, flutes, all kind of in this sonic painting. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful sounding record track, and one of my favorites on the whole album. But John Scofield plays the acoustic guitar on that. It goes into a couple of other parts called Cat's Kiss and Lost in Madrid Part II. That features sounds like a synthetic synthesized harp or electric harp. It's very beautiful, against drums and keyboards, guitars. It's really kind of hard to tell at times what's real and what's not on this album, and that's kind of goes with the theme of the album. Like, am I hallucinating this, or is what's going on? What's going on? Where am I? I'm somewhere in the world, but I don't know where. It's like that. So it's this beautiful electronic version of a real instrument, and it's very interesting. Theme from St. Augustine starts with odd vocals in the background, so it's like this I don't know if it's a mellotron or what, but it creates this kind of odd chorus in the background. on which there's a beautiful Miles Davis spare contemplative line from him on the muted trumpet. Very interesting percussion, another dreamlike kind of state. And that's kind of the theme throughout the album. It's dreamy and mystical and kind of odd and evocative of Spain. Just beautiful. There's some piano and other wind instruments in that cut. There's some beautiful bells and chimes, eerie synth, wailing sax, wordless choruses. You get the idea. Yeah, it's beautiful. On Lost in Madrid Part 3, I think they're using a theremin because you get that kind of like outer space kind of sound of a theremin, and synthesizer, again, an otherworldly atmosphere. It's a short track. The other major showpiece of the album is called Conchita, and that's the one that features Earl Klugh on classical guitar. It's just gorgeous. His guitar playing is beautiful on that. It's distinctly Spanish. The keyboard parts are distinctly Spanish as well. Miles Davis, again, provides a beautiful Spanish-themed solo. The electronic voices float in and out. There's bass and percussion that just kind of add to this sonic canvas that creates this dreamlike atmosphere. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. And the bass goes all the way down. This is one of the sonic showpieces of the album, along with Siesta. Lost in Madrid, Part 4. Miles Davis opens. There's again a strange chorus in the background, electronic drums and real drums in this track, and it's very, very interesting as well. Claire is the track that features Earl Klugh, beautiful Spanish guitar, just lovely. A lonely solo from Miles Davis. There's castanets, there's electronic backgrounds, there's like this harp way in the back. The sound stage on this is artificial, but it's very deep and like interesting. There's things going on all over the canvas, and just beautiful. Afterglow and Los Feliz end the album again along similar lines. The whole album is just a beautiful dreamscape of Spain. And that's the best way I can describe this record. The pressing from Warner Brothers, this is a standard US pressing from Warner Brothers, is quiet, just beautiful. You don't have to worry about that at all if you pick up this album. But definitely check this out on streaming. It sounds very good as well on stream. But I absolutely love this album. I'm never going to part with it. I think it's an interesting project that Miles Davis took at the end of his career. This is the second to the last album he did. It came right after Tutu. And what a gift. What a gift to give us this interesting alternative type of reality for his music and his sound. It's implemented so well. Marcus Miller does a magnificent job on the arranging and playing, and it's just a very special album, and nothing else sounds like it. And it definitely deserves to be in the Vinyl Obscurities category. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope I gave you an idea of the music. It's a little hard to describe, but I did my best. Thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in. I'll be back with another Vinyl Obscurity in the future. As I come across them in my collection, I'll definitely highlight them for you. So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. I'm Scott for The Pressing Matters. Have a great day.